Good afternoon, Dr. Mohammed. My name is Merlys Herrera. I am a business administrator. In this presentation, I will talking about trade barriers in Colombia and their impact on the economy, especially on the balance of payment. The barriers, both tariff or no tariff, shape to protect the national economy, but they also generate important effects. The objective in this work is to analyze its operation, real impact, and propose improvements to increase the country's international competitive. Okay, introduction. Trade barriers are tools on the Colombian government to regulate foreign trade, protect national production, and the address economy or health aspect. In its main objectives are international trade is key to development. The barriers seek to protect the national industry. They have effect on the country's balance of payment. The study proposed improvement to increase Colombia's competitive in the international market. Okay, now what are the type of trade barriers in Colombia? Let's review concept. There are restrictions on international trade to protect national production. Type, tariff barriers. These are taxes that the government imposes on important products with the aim of protecting the national industry. Two, non-tariff barriers. They are administrative, commercial, financial, or exchange measures that do not imply a direct tax, but rather limit on regulate the entry of important products. Here are several measures. Okay. In Colombia, tariffs are applied in three main ways. Why? Tariff or no tariff? And tariff, a valore, percentage of the value the product. Specific is a fixed amount per unit. Combining is mixture of both. No tariff is import quotes, annual limit, a pre-licensing required to import certain products such as vehicles, technical and sanitary standard in BIMA required for medicine, food, the other example provision such as the import of useless vehicles, anti-dumping measure, additional tariff for products with unfiled low price, origin requirements to apply FTA benefits the product must meet a local value at the percentage. Okay. Let's review how the trade barriers directly impact the Colombian economy. Like everything in economy, they have their advantage and disadvantage. And here it is important to see both sides of the coin. First, the positive effects. The positive effect have a different aspect. They protect national industry and they allow producer to compete with important products, stability of employment in productive regions, non-tariff barriers, warranting safety, health, and quality, environment support. Now, effect of trade barriers on the Colombian economy and the part negative. Of course, not everything is rosy. These same barriers can also have negative consequences. For example, price increase for consumer due to lower supply, reduced competition, possible inefficient in national companies, tension with trading partner, risks of relation affecting export. Okay. Um, in let's review the arguments for against trade barriers in Colombia. Eh, okay, arguments a favor. Uh, this is wholly debate topic as it has direct impact on employment, industry, consumption, and international relations. First, the arguments in favor. One, promotion of domestic employment by limiting import, local production is encourage generality direct jobs in sectors such as factories and agriculture and indirect jobs in areas such as transportation and machinery, which improves the quality of life of family. Um, other reason is a protection of national industry. These barriers allow Colombia company to compete on equal terms with cheaper products from abroad, benefits key sectors such as agriculture, textile, and manufacturing, and preventing them from disappearing in the face of external competition. Okay. Now let's look at the arguments against increase in consumer price, reduction in competitiveness, risks of commercial relation. Okay. Now check the Colombia's balance of payment quarter 2024. Okay. Colombia's balance of payment analysis for quarter 2024. Colombia recorded a current account deficit of minus $2,240 million, equivalent to 2.1% of GDP, which indicated that the country spent more on import and external payment that it received for export and external revenue. However, this deficit was successfully financed through the financial account, thanks for forgiving investment and international loans. This allowing for an increase in international reserve, reflecting good management of foreign capital and a balance and sustainable balance. Colombia balance of payment deficit is due to factors such as the imbalance in foreign trade, where imports exceed export and depends on vulnerable primary commodities, allow international price. In addition, high domestic consumption financed by external and public debt contributed to the imbalance. The lack of politics to the diversity exports and increased productive also plays in a role. The surplus is general when there is a great inflow of capital, such as foreign direct investment and remittance. However, these flows depend on political and economic stability and external decision. In short, the deficit or surplus depend Colombian integration into a global trade and the effective of its economic politics. Okay. Now check the policy. Policies should be implemented by the government to improve the country's external position. Improve current account as diversity export and support non-traditional sector, improving logistic infrastructure and trade agreements to substitute import by supporting the national industry. Promote tourism with investment in security and connected. Two, the financial account control of inflation deficit and debit to attract investment. Simply procedure and strength legal certain. Incentive for the strategic sector, energy and technology. Three, monetary and exchange policy. Flexible exchange rates to support export. Avoid overestimating the way establish monetary policy to prevent capital flight. For structural reform, strengthen technical education and productivity. Progressive tax reform, solid institutional framework for industrial and trade policy. Conclusion and the recommendation. To improve Colombia external position and strengthen its balance of payment, the country needs to implement policies focuses on diversity export, attract investment, and modernize infrastructure. Okay, thank you.